I'm Dr. Stephen Angel, and I'm chair of the chemistry department and a professor of chemistry. I've been at Washburn close to 20 years now. Well, I was actually doing research for the government for a while, and I enjoyed that, but I missed the interaction with colleagues and with students, which I find extremely stimulating. Yeah, there's two critical things. One, I'm going to get a little choked up when I say this, but one are the students. Excellent students here. Students here, they work hard, they have great ethics, they help each other out, they don't compete with each other, they just build on each other. There's tremendous support here from first year chemistry or first year science all the way up to their senior year when they're presenting their posters. We have students going and supporting other students as they give presentations of their research. And research is one of the unique factors about Washburn. All students in the chemistry department that get a chemistry degree do research. So they own their own body of knowledge. They're actually contributing to the science. They're experts. And so as undergraduates, they go to local, state, regional, national, international meetings and give presentations of their research, their original research. And I think the other unique factor about Washburn, the faculty. Faculty are here because we like working with students. We want students to achieve their highest potential. And sometimes that potential is not necessarily in the sciences, and that's okay. And so, but the faculty care about the students and will kind of coach them, mentor them, and help them out. And so there's great care for the students. The faculty themselves get along really well. So that just kind of, and I don't know, and that just kind of feeds off of each other. Faculty get along well, students get along well, faculty and students get along well. It's just a great place to be. We get students here that come to Washburn that perhaps the only reason they came to Washburn is Washburn offered them a scholarship that no other school did. They weren't necessarily in chemistry majors to begin with, but they took a chemistry class, they really liked it, and then they went off and did wonderful things. We have students in graduate programs from Cornell to Stanford and everywhere in between. We have students in medical programs from Harvard to Colorado and places in between, dental schools throughout the nation as well, and they're doing marvelous things. One student that comes to mind right now was a student that graduated here a few years back. She followed her husband to Texas, worked as a lab technician for a while, then went to a graduate program at Baylor School of Medicine. And actually, through her research, she found a particular cure for cancer that was written up in LA Times and many other newspapers. And that just happened this last year. Well, as chair, it's a little bit different. I come in, and it's an open door policy, so there's really no typical day, which is what I love about it, that you just can't get bored here at all. There's some administrative things to work through with faculty and reports and assessments, and right now I just learned yesterday that we have to renew our accreditation for the American Chemical Society, which was quite an honor. It's kind of a stamp of the quality of the program, and so it's worth doing. But it does take some time to do that. But then I have the opportunity to lecture in topics, and then students will come in and ask me questions about that, or I can meet students in the hall and we can talk about that. I have research going on as well, so I have a student researcher who will come up and talk to me about the data that he has acquired, and we can kind of think about the data and kind of talk about models that might be out there. And the day just goes by so quickly. We're always undergoing change according to the market, because the direction of chemistry changes. And so we just initiated within the last 4 years a biochemistry program, last 6 years a forensic chemical science program. We have a BS and a BA in chemistry as well. One of the things, besides the accreditation for the American Chemical Society, which we already have, we're going to be going up for accreditation for the Forensic Chemical Science program as well. We do have students, as I mentioned before, that are in various graduate programs and in medical schools and dental schools. Also, I forgot to mention that we also have students that are in local law enforcement labs right now as a result of their education in chemical forensic science. Yeah, right. I would say that once again we have exceptional students. You want to get yourself involved with the chemistry club as soon as you can, and all the other clubs that are available as well. There's a medical club and a biology club if you're so inclined. I would say stick with your math. More than anything else, studying math is good for preparing yourself for chemistry. And then come to chemistry to be prepared to get your money's worth. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of time, but it really pays off in the end. You feel extremely rewarded for the work that you put in. Also, one more thing, ask plenty of questions in class. That's where knowledge is at. And other students will appreciate the fact that you're asking questions in class, because if nothing else, you're slowing down the lecture a little bit.